This clip is going to demonstrate how to set up teams on the GAA membership system. So I've logged in and I'm up here on the left hand side on the welcome option, and to deal with anything to do with members and teams and groups, we click on the members option just below welcome, and then the panel on the top of the screen appears. It defaults to view members. In this case I'm interested in teams, so I go over and click on teams. So in your club you have a variety of teams perhaps. So what we can do here is we can set up a new team. So we can set up a new team or modify an existing team. As you can see here, there are no members on the current teams visible on the screen. So we can have a team type. We'll make it an underage team, I think, in this case. Okay, the discipline will be is football, and the level I'll just chance about under 10. Hopefully I have enough data for it. Okay, so the under 10, we'll call it the A team, and we'll call it under 10 A football. So again here on the steps, there's 3 steps in this process, and you might be inclined to click on step 2 or step 3, but it's the next button here in the bottom right hand corner that we need to work with. So now to add the team members. Okay, as you can see here, it's giving us the full list of club members that are players, and they were born in all kinds of dates from 1988 to 2002, etc. So the whole range of ages here. So what we can do here, if we wanted to, is we can try and narrow down the group of people that are going to be displayed in this list, and therefore make it a bit easier to add people to the team. So first of all, we can just change the number of records that will be visible. So if there's more than 20 people, we want to add them all in one go, we can select the 50. So then we go for search. So for my sake here, I'm just going to keep it simple. I'll search for a year born. Okay, what I might just do is I'll go for any. I want people that were born in, we'll say, a particular number of years. So not 2011. We go for 2001, and we'll go for 2002 as well. So we'll go for year born 2001, 2002. And because I've chosen any up there, it'll deal with the case where a person was born in either 2001 or 2002. So now I'll search for those people. I think I picked the search button. It's a bit slow replying, so it's hard to gauge it. Yeah, here it is. The data is arriving. So if you see that the list of players that are visible there, Anne Action was top of the list, she's now vanished. And what you'll notice is that the people that are visible now, all of those people have a date of birth somewhere in 2001 or 2002. So we'll assume they're the eligible players for this team. Now bar Eddie Gilroy and Ben Dolan, they seem to be all called Joe Bloggs. So this is the sample data on the membership system. So let's just add some of those players to our team. So if you wanted to add them all, there is no quick way as far as I can see yet of adding everybody, of selecting everybody. Okay, if I wanted to, before I put them on the team, I could just sort them by date of birth. So I can sort them in I think it's sorting at the minute. There it goes. So I'm sorting them in ascending order. So those born in 2001 are appearing first, and it's appearing in normal, we'll say Irish format. I think as far as I can see here, yes it is. Okay. So in other words, the people born in January are first, the people born in December are last, as far as I can read. Okay. So that date there is the 31st of January. Okay, so it's done. It is done in proper sequence. Okay, so that's you can sort the data in whatever order you want. I'm going to go back and just sort it by name so I can see my friends that were at the top of the list. So I'm going to sort it in ascending order by surname. So the 2 people I had at the start there, Gilroy and Dolan, will appear first. Oh, there's more of them in it. Okay, there's Ainsworth and Arthurs. Okay, so Gilroy and Dolan are down further on the list. So just to keep it simple, I'm going to add Ainsworth and I'm going to add Arthur to this team. So I select the two of them and I right click and then bring them across. So eventually they'll appear on the right hand side. Now I think my friends Dolan and Gilroy are probably in the bottom page here, so I can go to the last page. So when I go to the last page, hopefully down the bottom, I'll see my friends Gilroy and Dolan. There they are. So I can tick on them. That's how you select all people, by the way. You just click on the box to the left of name, the actual label name. So I did it down at the bottom here, but you also could do it up at the very top. So I'll just temporarily go up here to highlight my new discovery. So that's to select all of them on the current page, as far as I understand. Not everyone that's in that bracket. Okay, not all 43 of them. It's just the people between 41 to 53 on the list. So it's the 10 or 12 people currently visible in this page that are being selected. So I don't want to have all the Joe Bloggses on my team. So when I get down the bottom, I'm just going to untick name, and I'll just tick the two people then that I want to dwell on. So tick the two of them, and up to add them to my team. So there they are, they're the 4 players in my team. Now what I want to do is move on to add the mentors to the team. So hopefully down here in my bottom right hand side is a button called Next. So next proceeds to step 3. And step 3 is to add mentors, I hope. So there it is, working away, and it cancels the previous search that I had for year born of 2001, 2002, and it now gives me a chance to add the mentors. So if I know the names of the mentors I want, I can just go and search for them. Okay, so I can search for, we'll say under surname, so there's a person here called Bannon. But say you didn't know the way you spelled the person's name, you could just go B and hit search. And that'll throw up all of the people whose name starts with B. So it's a bit like a wild card you'd have in some systems. So here you see all the Burkes, the Bullions, etc. Now they aren't sorted in any particular order, I think, at the minute at a quick glance. Okay, no, they're sorted in descending order by name. At the minute it seems, I think. Okay, I'll just click on the down arrow to sort them in ascending order by name. The arrow that's visible is the one they're not sorted by. Okay, the arrow above. Okay, so you now can see the other arrow, the upward pointing arrow, is visible. So that means that if you want to sort them in ascending or in descending order, you click on that. So they're currently in ascending order. So if I want to make Paddy Bannon and Joe Barden my 2 mentors in that team, I can add them. So it takes a little while to add them. But again, one of the main features of the revised interface is this facility to sort the data by whatever column you want. So here you can see that both of the arrows for date of birth are visible. In other words, it's not sorted by date of birth in any order, whereas the name, the downward pointing arrow at name, is invisible. So that's the one they're currently sorted by. So if I go over instead and sort these mentors by date of birth, we'll say in ascending order. In other words, point the down arrow key. Okay, so number 1, that column becomes highlighted in dark blue. In other words, to say that's the column the data is sorted by. And then the downward pointing arrow is invisible, or less visible than the upward pointing arrow. So that's telling us that's the column that they're currently sorted by. Now, I think what's happened here is that a lot of those Joe Bloggs characters don't have a date of birth, so hence we don't see any dates in the 3rd column here, or in the 4th column. So let's do the reverse date of birth to see does it help make it any clearer for when the data is sorted the other way. So there we are. So we have the most recent people now appearing first on the list. So that's a team set up. Players added to the team, mentors added to the team, and then we finish the team by clicking on the finish button down the bottom right hand corner. So there's the team set up. So now you can go back and say go into communications, So it's my under 10A football team that I have. So if I wanted to text or communicate to that team, hopefully that team will appear in my list of, let's say hi under 10. And again, I can't click on step 2 here. I have to go down to the right hand side here and hit the next button. And under, what I call it, under football, there I have my under 10A football. And I can finish. And if I had credit or whatever I needed to submit to communicate to those people, that the message would get sent. But here it says the message has not been sent because I don't have SMS credits on this trial version of the system. So that concludes the major aspects of how to set up a team, how to add players to the team, add members, and then find that team when you're doing communication tasks. So that's the end of the clip.